was a good keynote. It was better than I expected, so that was good. Phil delivered a good keynote. So I was happy about that. But really, the biggest thing for me was the price point of Snow Leopard. And we already knew a lot of stuff about iPhone OS 3, and the rumors were there circling about the new iPhone. So there was, so we had a little bit of heads up on that. But what we didn't know was Snow Leopard. And the fact that the thing that was frustrating for us beforehand was, there's a lot of good stuff in Snow Leopard, a lot of good technologies. GCD being a big one, and some of the other stuff they've done. If they've really made it really enticing for developers in terms of the low-level stuff that end users wouldn't understand or anything like that, but they'll certainly get the benefits of it. And typically, what happens with our user base, especially with ours, with the small business user base, is they tend to adopt a little slower. So we have to always kind of support the previous OS. Our future plan would have been Snow Leopard and Leopard would have been the two OSs that are supported with the new products coming out in the future. But I think we'll just go to Snow Leopard and maybe keep our existing products available for those that cannot migrate or don't want to migrate just yet. But there's just too much good stuff down there. Well, there's really two aspects to that. One is $29, pretty good price point. The other one is the benefits that overall you get as an end user in terms of we've been playing with Snow Leopard. Stuff launches faster, files open quicker, file copies are faster, right? So all these things, you're going to get huge benefits out of the existing hardware, and so I think that for $29, it's a no-brainer.
Sure.
And even if you're not considering our products, right, just because of the benefits of the OS that the OS gives you, and it's familiar to you, you don't have to learn anything new, just everything just works better.
Okay, so you've got Daylite Touch as well, and you were saying that it's a big app.
Yeah.
So for the 3GS iPhone, what do you see being? Yeah,
so I mean, there are a bunch of iPhone OS 3 features that we'll take advantage of. And the version that is in the App Store right now, 103, already works on iPhone OS 3. But we're working on a new version, and we'll try and take advantage of some more things out of the iPhone OS, for example, the mail integration. So we'll see when that comes. I'm not sure exactly when that'll come, but that's in the pipeline. The big thing for us, though, is the additional memory and the additional CPU power. So for an app like Daylite Touch, which can be massive in terms of what data a user chooses to move over from Daylite, mostly determined by the size of their company and so on and so forth, but that data can really have an impact on the phone the larger it is. So this stuff will make it a lot easier, the additional CPU cycles or CPU whatever, and the additional memory. So we're happy about that.
Okay, so in addition to Daylite Touch, there is talk of Billings Touch. Is it going to be like a full implementation of Billings with invoicing and all of that, or is it going to be something that requires an interface with the desktop?
Well, it'll be both. Our initial decision was that it would be a strict companion product, and you would, in order to send out your invoices, you would need Billings. However, recently we decided that we'll make it work so that it could work in a standalone mode, and you will be able to send out invoices from it. Now, you won't be able to do all the things that you do in Billings, but you would be able to, for example, time your time, add expenses, and send, add a client, create new projects, and send an invoice. And it won't be a PDF invoice, unfortunately, but it'll be a nice-looking HTML invoice, and we'll have a couple options there. But then, if you want to do the heavy-duty stuff, it'll synchronize with the desktop, and from there you'll be able to do your statements, your estimates, your PDFs, all that kind of stuff. And it'll be a one-to-one Wi-Fi sync, so you don't have to have Billings running on the desktop, and you hit that sync button, and it'll actually synchronize.
Two-way sync?
A two-way sync, absolutely, yes. And that's one of the things that we're a little bit delayed from our original timeline, and we thought that we'd be able to easily take what we've done for Daylite Touch and just kind of move it over. And it turned out to be that we got to do a whole bunch of work that we didn't expect on the billing database layer to handle some of this stuff. So we're working quickly on that, and it is working.
Do you get receipts with sheep on them?
Perhaps. It is actually in one of our mock-ups. We haven't quite made the decision on that. Some people love the sheep and some don't.
I'm a fan.
All right. I love the sheep. It's just a little bit of humor. Otherwise, you're always like looking at numbers, and so at least you get that sheep in there. In fact, in one of our mock-ups we had it was rotating between a sheep. I think there was a cow in there. And some other animals, but we got the sheep in there at least. Well, we're working really hard. I mean, this year, 2009, with Marketcircle, was our year of mobility. So we got Daylite Touch out, and it's been doing really well. Amazingly how well it's done. We've had record after record in terms of our sales numbers, and then we have Billings Touch, it'll be here soon. Don't know exactly when yet, but it'll be here soon. So that's our year of mobility. It'll be, we're a strong believer in companion apps, and we're making that happen with all this infrastructure that we're building underneath there. So we're pretty excited about this year. Even though the economy is like all over the place, it's a good time for us Mac developers, iPhone developers, and with all this good stuff that's going on. So.